The People's Action Party's first Assistant Secretary General, Heng Swee Keat, says its third and fourth generation leaders are working closely together to set out the key issues to be tackled in the coming general election. Their comments come as the ruling party is in the midst of a leadership transition. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, who is also the PAP's Secretary General, hopes to hand over the reins to a successor by the time he is 70, which is in about 2 years. The PAP has unveiled another 11 potential candidates for the upcoming polls, taking the total introduced so far to 19. The youngest new face is 39 years old and the oldest 55. Mr. Heng introduced the first batch of the new faces for today.
They have been involved in one way or another in mobilizing our people, our various communities to come together to achieve more than what we could have done individually. And in doing that, this is very much the spirit of Singapore Together that I've been speaking about. So whether it is in navigating the economy uncertainties ahead or in keeping our society even more united and cohesive, they have done very good work there.
Healthcare and a rapidly aging population are among the top concerns for this slate of potential candidates. Among the new faces is 48-year-old Ng Ling Ling. She's the former Chief of Future Primary Care and Director of Community Engagement at the Health Ministry's Office for Healthcare Transformation. The former Managing Director of the Community Chest has helped to raise millions in donations for social service agencies. Ms. Ng's focus is on healthcare and social services, and she wants to support caregivers who look after the elderly and the young as well.
For young people, in such tough times, actually, while they're seeing their parents trying to cope, we do not know the undercurrent that they are actually facing. And with cyberbullying increasing, I think there is a need to let them know that it's not a stigma, it's something that we can address together as a community. And this mental resilience must go to also adults, young adults as well as working adults.
55-year-old Tan Kiat is the former group CEO of healthcare group IHH Healthcare. Dr. Tan spent 2 years under Emeritus Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong's tutelage and will succeed Mr. Goh as Marine Parade Branch Chairman. While one of his goals is to build a caregiver support network for the elderly, Mr. Tan says he'd also like to help small and medium enterprises.
Some of the policies may not necessarily be that easily navigated by many of these young startups and SMEs. So I would like to see, if I am able to get elected as an MP, to see how I can work with my fellow colleagues to further simplify the policy setting to make sure that many of these startups and SMEs are able to access the myriad of funding schemes, opportunities that are available.
Another potential candidate is Zhulkairnan Abdul Rahim. The 39-year-old lawyer has been doing pro bono work and conducting free legal clinics over the past decade. He says he's concerned about issues regarding social mobility and social cohesion, and he wants to build neighbour networks to support the needy.
My 6-year-old son, he loves to play with Legos. He loves to build them up and break them apart. One day, he came up to me and asked me, "Ayah, you know what is the one thing that cannot be broken? It is that one Lego brick." I thought long and hard about it. That Lego brick represents our family unit, yours and mine. It's the building block of our society. It comes in many shapes and colors, just like our multiracial and religious society.
43-year-old Tan Kiat recently stepped down as Chief Executive of the Infocom Media Development Authority. During his time at IMDA, he enhanced programs to ensure that low-income households have access to digital tools, especially during COVID-19. Looking ahead, he hopes to bridge the digital divide in the community.
Helping our people, our workers, our businesses use technology to create more opportunities and for a better life, and making sure that no one is left behind in the digital future.
Mr. Tan adds that the COVID-19 pandemic is an opportunity for this generation to transform Singapore and emerge stronger.